Oh yeah, Pat coming in clutch with the quick jacks. Good morning.
Good morning, good to see you.
What is going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video and welcome to the frozen tundra of Maryland. Today we're going to be changing the oil in the Audi R8. We have to get up to operating temperatures, but first, a cold start. All right, so as far as the tools and the parts that you're going to need for the oil change, I'm going to put them in the description below, and I'll also include some links if you're looking to purchase any of them. The first thing we're going to do is we're gonna take the oil filter out, and that is located right below this piece of carbon fiber. Just pops right off. And then as soon as you pop that off, there's the cap right there. And it's a 32 millimeter. So you wanna grab some microfibers. I'm gonna set this down for a second. And I'm gonna tuck some down in there first. So when I pull it out, it's not dripping all over the place. It has these little teeth in there that grab onto the side of the cap. So just go around the edges and turn it as you're pulling. There we go. All right, so while we got the cap off, I'm just gonna take this little screwdriver, I'm gonna pop the O-ring off, the old one. I'm gonna hit it with some degreaser just to clean it up. I'm gonna let that soak while we do the oil change. And the reason I'm doing that is to remove any debris that's in there. So when I put the new O-ring in, there's nothing gonna cause it to leak. So it'll guarantee a nice tight seal. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna have to take these scoops off. There's two of them, one on each side. And it's a T30 bit. It looks like 12 of those, and then we'll remove the rest of the underbelly. I'll move up a little bit so I don't get the dust in my eyes. Should have safety glasses on. So you need to remove those because there's another T30 underneath it, so that's why those need to be removed.
And we're gonna go ahead and set these aside exactly in the same position we took them out. We've heard that these are specific to each side of the vehicle, and they do look that way. One side's curved more than the other, so that's on the left-hand side. What's next?
So we're gonna have to remove, it's two pieces this side, it's two individual sides, so same T30 bit.
No, you still have one more in here.
Do I?
Yep. You got one right there, yeah.
It looks like they're riveted together anyway. So
Okay.
I just noticed this.
Okay, so there are two sections but they're riveted together, so
Yep.
you gotta keep going.
Yep.
Okay.
It's not too bad. It's got a little bit of rocks in it. All right, so we're gonna remove this belly pan as well towards the front of the car because there is another drain plug back in here that we need to get to. And I've removed most of them. There's some back here in the wheel well, and a ratchet won't get back in there, but these palm ratchets work great.
Is there a link in the description for those?
Of course there is.
Cool.
Got it.
I got part of it.
All right, guys, so it's not confusing. I'm gonna start at the rear of the car. I'm laying upside down, and I'm going back, and I'm gonna show you all the drain plugs. I got them taped and numbered. So as I work towards the front of the car, there's the drive shaft. So coming down, number one, Jesus. I'm laying on this carpet and I keep creating static. that's not good, but all right, so number one. Number two is, it's pointing to number two, which is up in here. There's a little channel. You'll know that's the one. Number three, come back down towards the rear of the car. There's number three. Number four is, you find the starter, and it's right here. And then number five is right in front of the rear tire. Most of the drain plugs are just your T30 bit. Two of them are the triple square, the number 12, and it's this one here, and then the one under here. So all you need is a T30 and the M12.
So what you doing, Soto?
I'm unscrewing number one.
So what can you tell us about the crush washer that's on that at the end of that bolt?
Here's the washer here. I'm gonna have to go, I have all the washers up there on the toolbox. I'm gonna have to go line it up.
And then you want to pull number two also. Is number two also underneath the oil pan? Can you do that?
Number two's right up here.
Okay.
So let's go to drain plug number two. Yep, all right, we're good. So this is number two. Pretty sure it's the same size as, those two are the same size washer. They look the same size. All right, we'll let that drain.
What was your number three?
Number three is back here. Right.
That should be
So we got a new washer in there.
Number
so
three?
number one.
No, that's the back one.
What?
It's the back, closest to you.
Oh, this one.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm giving you that one first so you can
All right, where's the,
you can move the pans out of the way as you move forward. Okay, so this is number one, the bottom one.
number one.
This is number two on the side. Now this is a 1/4 inch drive torque wrench, and this is set to 10 Newton meters right now.
I'll have all the washer replacements, part numbers down in the description below. So you want to get replacements for those. So I'm going to start with number one, and that is 10 Newton meters.
Clicky stick.
And then also number two is also 10 Newton meters. Then number three is 12 Newton meters. There it is.
So now you need to go to number four, which is which one?
On the,
Okay.
so we got to drain them.
Yes.
All right, so now we still need to drain number four and number five. Number four, number five, right here.
This is gonna be a gusher.
I look around, I'm like, not saying anything. So number four, I have my M12 triple square bit on. Ready? Ooh. Yeah. Not too bad.
I expected more to come out of that because that's the reservoir. So that's your sump reservoir. But I guess, yeah, a lot of it had drained
Yeah.
from the engine. Interesting.
Ooh, there's a lot in that one.
Yep. That's your oil cooler. So that is the base of the oil cooler line, which runs all the way up to that part of the car. And of course, there's a vent or scoop right here that runs into the oil cooler. There's definitely a lot of oil in here that's coming out.
So here's a new washer. You want the ridge end of it facing up. Also, what I like to do is there's some degreaser in there. I did this on all the drain plugs to clean them up. All right, so we're putting number four back in, and that's the reservoir here. Take the tape off. And we have the torque wrench set to 22 Newton meters. Next would be putting the new oil filter in.
Don't we need to put the underbody panels back on?
Yeah, we can do that last.
Yeah, that's a good
Because
idea.
we want to make sure there's no leaks.
Yeah, smart man. All right. That's why I come to Thick Garage.
All right, so with the oil filter kit, all you get is the filter, and then you get a new O-ring for the cap. So I'm gonna put the O-ring on first. Put this back in here. All right, so we're just gonna put the O-ring back on. And then it sits right in this groove over here.
Man, that's really snug. You should have got the Magnum size O-ring.
And I have some oil on my fingertips. I'm just greasing it. This is gonna be tough because I'm high up in the air and I can't see over. We have to line up this flange into the assembly itself. Can you see down in there?
Let me grab a light.
All right, so.
Do you see it in the?
Yeah, it's over here on this side, like 3 o'clock. I guess I could see it. I guess you just drop it in there, make sure it's, spin it, like turn it a little bit, make sure it's not spinning. Oh, there it goes. Just give it a push. And now we can put the cap on. And then we'll grab the torque wrench and torque it down. All right, so we have the torque wrench set to 25 Newton meters. So next step is add oil. So for the oil change, we're gonna be using the liquid moly 5W40. This is a 5-liter container. We're gonna add 7 liters to the car, let it run, let it warm up, and then we're gonna check the measurement and we'll add to it at that point. Bloopers.
What happened? What happened, Soto? What happened?
I forgot to pull the center out.
Oh.
So I'm gonna save these. I'm gonna put the old oil in it so I can dispose of it later.
How are you going to dispose of it?
So I'm gonna just take it to Advanced Auto. I know they recycle oil. I'll just take it there and they'll do what they have to do with it.
So how many
I need
liters?
2 more liters of this.
So from here to here to here. So you need to...
Yeah, right
Look
on
at
the
that.
money.
All right, put the cap back on and we'll start her up. Make sure there's no leaks. All right, so the dipstick is between the fill-up area and then this hatch, the latch here. It's right in here. I'll give it a good wipe.
I thought the dipstick was the thing that holds the end of the
Yeah,
oil
that's-
checker.
Yeah, that too. It's a whole unit. This is part A, I'm part B. Looks like it's about 1 inch from the fill line, and that equals 1 liter of oil. So we'll just go ahead and add another liter and check it again. Now we'll just start her up, let her heat up to operating temperature, then we'll check for leaks. Okay, so we let the car reach operating temperature and we're just gonna check for leaks. Everything looks good. And now Evan's gonna show us how to reset the service light.
All right, so we put it in accessory mode, and then this little knob right here, we're just gonna pull it. And then we're gonna now pull and hold. Now it's reset, so now it's saying 10,000 miles, 365 days.
All right, guys, so Evan was able to reset the oil life interval indicator, but we cannot get the wrench to go away. We actually have to take it to get it hooked up to the computer to reset that. A huge thanks to Pat for coming out with the quick jacks. Man, it made life a whole lot easier. I definitely want to get a set myself. If you are interested in getting a pair of the quick jacks, I'll put a link in the description below. And I also have a link to Pat's channel. It's Pat's Garage Online, where he has awesome content on a BMW i8 and his NSX. So that is it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and we will see you in the next video.